Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Just a second, just making sure that no videos are playing while I'm filming this video, because it's a pretty serious video today. Yeah, it's so serious. As serious as the fact that I'm petting my cat again. Okay. Oh, she's so cute. No. The little mono. Alright, so let's get to the serious business, yes? So yeah, I felt like summarizing the last few videos I've made about true love so that you guys can probably better understand everything and become enlightened, I guess. So, I'm gonna make a drawing for you guys or something if I have a pen and a piece of paper. Let's see. The preparation is real, right? Okay, you know what? Scratch that. This is you right now. Doom 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 doom. This is where you are, especially if you're looking for advice. You're probably at this point, right? And you want to get to like this point. Yes. This is where you want to get. This is where you are. So here we go. So from this point to that point, or no, from this point to that point, from which point to what point? Doesn't matter. You know what? That's the truth. The reality is, whether or not you find true love, what matters is that you find happiness. You find personal happiness, and then true love will come. It's an asset. It is not a goal. It is an asset. It's a reward for hard work. Otherwise, it's not true love. Otherwise, it's just a means to an end to fill an empty void in your life. Because those friends that you have who are there for you can fulfill most of your basic human needs for like company in general. But I mean, if you have no friends, then you're back to step one, right? You're back to the step where you need to find something that you're very passionate about, yes? So do that. Just don't do it tomorrow. Don't do it the day after that. Just keep experimenting with things until you find that one thing. It might take 10 years, it might take 20 years. But if you never have that one thing that you're passionate about, that you want to live for, that one reason, which is basically the point of life. The point of life is to find that one thing, keep chasing it, and not getting it. Because getting it beats the purpose of having a purpose. Because if you have a purpose and you fulfill that purpose, you're left with nothing. Sure, you have like this feeling of, I just did it. Yeah, finally. But then you're like, what's next? So you have to keep finding things, challenges. You have to keep challenging yourself. So this has nothing to do with true love, but it also has everything to do with true love. Because once you fulfill yourself, once you're working. Good job, by the way. I applaud you. But yeah, once you're working so hard towards that goal, you're doing the right thing. And like other people can see that. And if it brings you happiness, you'll get a relationship out of it. A relationship can even be a goal, but if getting in a relationship is your goal, and getting to a goal is like final destination, then once you get that relationship, yeah, at first you're gonna be like, I got a relationship. But then you're gonna be like, oh, what's next? What do I do? What is this? And sure, you might be able to enjoy experiences with that significant other, but if you're not passionate about anything, how can you share anything? How can you be of value? Remember, you need to exchange. You need to have certain value. Doesn't need to be money. Money is pretty worthless in a relationship, in that aspect of a relationship anyway, in the aspect of like needing money to live. Subjectively, it is pretty important. But aside from that, it's not really gonna net you that true love, you know? And if you happen to be rich and have like a gold digger wife or whatever, and you're happy with that, it's on you. I mean, if getting more money is more important than anything else in your life, go ahead, get rich. I mean, there are steps, there are ways. It's easier if you know people, you know? Like, to get rich, you have to have quite a large social network, because you have to have people who are willing to help you get to where you need to get to, you know? You can't do it on your own. Honestly, any goal is pretty unobtainable by yourself. Yeah, you really need to get support. You really need to get friends to get to where you want to get to. And it's not technically using them, because they'd also be using you, because you'd be offering something that they don't have. You know, you've been building up that skill, you know, that knowledge. So yeah, in the end, just that's pretty much it. That's all you have to do to get true love. It's so easy. Why are there like books written about this? I don't know. I mean, it could like technically have to do with other things like biology and chemistry and vibes, but I don't understand enough about that stuff. I'm not very spiritual. There could be a soulmate. But I'm more of a down-to-earth person. So in my opinion, in order to get true love, you need to find something that drives you on the right path. And it needs to keep driving you. If your goal is true love, keep chasing after it. You will eventually get there. But it has to be a side goal. Because if it's your main goal and you have nothing else going for you, you're never going to find true love. Just, it's kind of impossible. If you have absolutely nothing going for you, you're pretty screwed. Sorry. I'm choking. I just ate this granola bar. It was freaking delicious. And my cat's next to me purring too, so it's pretty distracting. So yeah, that just gave us something to think about, right? I mean, we all thought there was this magic formula, you know? Like, I've watched a lot of pickup videos and stuff like that. And really, there's nothing to it. It's just, you have to realize what you need to do in order to get it done, you know? And it all comes down to common sense, in a way. And honestly, common sense is usually the best way to go, because you don't want to overcomplicate things in your life. You don't want to come to a point where you feel powerless into whatever you're trying to do. You always want to like know that you can get to wherever you want to get as long as you put the amount of effort that you need to put into it, you know? Love is never going to come easily, but it will come as long as you work for it. And you remember these few easy steps of getting good at something or just being very passionate about something, getting interested enough into whatever that is to know a lot about that thing, and just share your passion with others, share your knowledge. Find that one special someone within that group, or just randomly by going up to them and being like, I fancy you. But probably not saying it that way, you know? And then being like, oh yeah, what are your interests, blah blah blah. Asking them about them, not just talking about what you're interested in, because that's frankly boring. It makes you seem like a self-absorbed piece of garbage. Which is not a good thing. So yeah, just remember those few steps, get good at life, and you'll be good. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. In fact, it's so easy, it's not even... It comes naturally to most people. But yeah, to those people who do not naturally think about it, we have to actually recognize it and work towards it, you know? This guy. I'm happy we've come to this realization and this conclusion. I don't feel that we really need to do more videos on this subject unless I figure out some really magic formula that works 100% of the time. But most of the videos I've seen, they've been like, yeah, have confidence in yourself and like, pick up the girls. Do it! And that pretty much summarizes every single like pickup video I've watched, yeah. And pickup videos aren't that bad. Like, I'd recommend watching them. A lot of them have really good things to say, and as long as you ignore the fact that they're a bit misogynist, because I mean it has to do with their stitch, it has to do with like being relevant and cool and whatnot. So I mean they're not all bad people. They don't take advantage of drunk girls. I mean, what? But no, it's not always that stuff. Like, some of them are pretty good. I'd recommend doing all of that sober, though, like finding your path and stuff like that. It's a lot better if you're clear in the head. It's a lot easier if you don't rely on external substances, because if you only rely on yourself and you never depend on something else to get you to where you want to go and to get that happiness you want, you're doing it right. Because that means that you're like building the self-confidence. That's where the word self-confidence come from. It's the confidence from the self, from within. It's not confidence in alcohol. It's not alcoholic confidence. It's not called freaking drug abuse confidence. It's self-confidence, and it's something that a lot of people don't have. And it's completely normal because it's something you have to work for. It's something you obtain while working for it. It comes naturally. It comes pretty much like this. As soon as you have it, you'll be like, holy shit. Yes. And I swear, it's the best feeling in the world. Can't explain it. It's not like a religious concept. It's just common sense. To most, or to some. I honestly don't know. I haven't spoken to enough people to know, you know? Like, most people I've spoken with are too worried about things in general to really think about these things, you know? You have to just be in the moment, you know? That's another story for another thing, though. That's gonna be another advice, how to be in the moment, yeah. That'll be interesting. Anyway, that concludes my whole series of videos about finding your true love, finding your passion, firing up what you feel that has never existed in your life. Maybe, like, you know, the good stuff. And I thank you very much for watching them. Like, I mean, I have to be honest here. I have to say that my videos are pretty freaking ridiculous. But that's how I like them. I wouldn't do it any other way, because then I'd feel that would be too like robotic, not organic enough. So deep. Not really though, I'm not that deep, I don't really care. That's pretty much the baseline of it. It's like putting it through Sony Vegas Pro, putting music to it, what is this? Too much thinking, not enough doing. So yeah, like I said before, like it all comes around, like okay. But no. Let me summarize it the best I can. This will take the utmost focus. This is what you've been waiting for. This is the sense you were looking for. Okay, let's imagine that you're a tiny seed. Okay? You're at the point where you feel completely alone. You feel useless. You feel like you don't belong anywhere. Okay? Let's imagine that you're that tiny seed. Okay? And I mean, you want to find true love, right? Thing is, true love is everywhere around you. The soil, it's trying to nourish you. But you have to find your fertilizer, you know? You have to find your water. That's the difference. Usually seeds actually get taken care of and watered, but you have to find that water that drives you to grow into a tree and then like hug other trees and stuff, you know? Yeah. Nah, that sounds freaking stupid. But no, seriously, just remember. Find a passion. Share that passion. Follow that passion. Be passionate. Because love is passion. Without passion, there is no love. Because honestly, love is pretty erratic. It's also somewhat of a biological feeling in which like people feel just in order to procreate, in order to continue the human race, blah 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 blah. But that's not really interesting now, is it? The most interesting part about the love, in my opinion, like that's just my opinion, is the passion. It's the flame, you know. And once the flame is extinguished, I feel like it's empty. I feel like it's kind of meaningless because there's just no point to it anymore, and then you're just going through the motions, and going through the motions in life is just unbearable for me anyway. So yeah, if you're about the monotonous lifestyle, ignore all my advice. Just I don't know, find a convenient girlfriend, which is a lot easier since you don't really have to do anything. You just have to talk to a lot of girls, and eventually you'll find one who's lonely enough to be like with you. Because a lot of people in this world are pretty desperate and lonely. Tears were cried. Although I feel that it wouldn't be that fulfilling to be with a person like that. But maybe it's just me. Maybe some people, like two lonely people, come together and then they like grow, and then they're like, and then there are like trees and leaves and stuff, you know. Like I guess that can happen. I guess it's a viable option, but I do not believe that it is orthodox, and I do not believe that it bears fruit. I believe that the actually taking action, finding a passion, finding self-confidence, not relying on others for feelings of joy, is probably the better way to go. Therefore, I'm gonna go with my gut on this and just tell you to go for it. Just find your passion. Just do it. Okay? I mean, can't be that hard now, can it? And that's a video for another time. But yeah, that concludes the Find True Love series. I might make more videos, but really I don't think that I need to say more about this subject because I feel that it's a pretty empty subject within itself and it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, we've just been thinking about it for about an hour or so and we've already gotten to a fairly logical conclusion and something that most people should know, you know? And if you disagree with me, feel free to let me know in the comments below. I honestly don't mind. You can comment whatever you like. Just go ahead. Have fun. It's YouTube, you know, like I know that my videos are subject to scrutiny and like I know that I sometimes tend to ramble on and to repeat the things, but I feel like I really need to drive those points because I feel that a lot of people just don't see it, you know? Like I've seen a lot of people who've been in endless cycles of malicious or like just bad relationships and have been like continuously making the same mistakes over and over, and it's just blows my mind, you know? If you happen to be in that kind of, okay, no, this was how to find your true love, not how to deal with endless cycles of pain and misery, you know? So that has to be another video. So we're gonna stop it here. And I'm gonna thank you guys for tuning in and just listening to this big rant. I mean, unedited, in its unedited glory. So sweet. And I'm gonna let you off with a song because I feel that it's completely necessary. Let's do it. Let's see here. Which song should we sing? Because this was like heartwarming. It was an opening experience. Let's sing let's sing My Way by Frank Sinatra. Yes. Wow, there's actually someone searched Frank Sinatra My Way karaoke with lyrics. Are there karaokes without lyrics? That's a question for another day. I'm gonna listen to the music at the same time so that it doesn't sound too weird for me. And if I get a strike for it, I might have to find a way around it. But technically, I think that since it's not Frank Sinatra singing, it won't matter. And if I can't monetize my video or this video due to that, I'll figure out that I can't do karaoke's anymore. And that's okay. And yeah, I'll be looking at the screen, so basically the video is going to be like this for the rest of the time. But yeah, that's also okay. Without further ado, Frank Sinatra, My Way. Not my song. I did not create these lyrics and this beat. The end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full, I traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but they to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. It's there times I'm sure you knew when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it all and spat it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall and did it my way. I've laughed and cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now the tears subside. I find it all so amusing. I think I did all that, and I may say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Yes, it was my way. Yes, it was my way. Now isn't that beautiful? And that is exactly what you'd want to sing to yourself. Like once that is what you want to sing to yourself once you're done, once you're through everything. Once you've found your true love and you've done it your way, right? Just always do it your way. Don't follow other people's advice, but not to the letter, you know? Find your way. Don't lose your way. Yes. And if you lose your way, find your way. And if you happen to lose your way again, do it again, you know? Just keep going. Never stop. Never give up. Just do it. Thanks for listening, guys. It's been this one was twice as long as the other ones, but it was the big bang, the conclusion of it all, you know? So I had to really put all my effort, all my heart, all my soul into this video. I feel relieved. I feel relaxed. I'm ready to go to bed. It's getting pretty late. So yeah. Thanks a lot for listening. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you learned something. I hope you've realized something. If you haven't, well, we hung out for a bit, so that was pretty cool. So yeah, thanks for your company. Peace out.